today is saying, how do you like me now? Channeling his inner Toby Keith. And who knows, maybe his inner Bud Adams to Buckeye Nation, along with the rest of the college football world. They are the champs, third time in the 21st century that Ohio State, the Ohio State University, has the trophy in their hands. So we got plenty to get into. We're going to say hello to our former national champion, Big Sur, so he can certainly speak on this subject. Matty, back from that game with USA Today Sports last night. How long was the drive, Matt Hayes?
About 6 hours.
The snow, through the wind, sleet, snow.
Well, I left
ice.
after the game because had I stayed, I would have driven through, ice,
all
slush,
that nastiness,
snow, all the stuff you guys were making fun of me about a week ago when I said this stuff's coming.
No. We were not making fun of that.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Oh, no.
JJ, you got it? Do you have it by any chance?
No, we were making fun of the fact that you were saying it was going to be like that here.
And it is going to be like that
not
here.
6 hours north here.
But it is going to be like that here.
Okay, let's just make that very
Arguable.
clear. That's what we were making
Do
fun
I
of.
hear an apology from you guys?
We'll see tomorrow.
I haven't seen anything yet.
Now, Leon, you were not here to hear that he went straight into the Weather Channel.
Bro,
I went straight Cantori,
Matt, the
man.
meteorologist.
Listen, I know Matt long enough that anytime there's a forecast, there's some issue weather-wise, he is hoping.
Yeah.
No, I'm not hoping.
Yes, you are.
For hellish.
I'm preparing.
No,
There's
no,
something.
no.
There's a big difference between preparing and hoping.
I'm okay. I'm not going to say hoping. I'm just saying that you want your prediction of doom and gloom to come through.
That's a fact.
That's accurate.
All right, that's probably accurate.
Yeah, that is accurate. And it's so funny because I used to I would go over to my aunt and uncle's house as a kid, and we would watch football. And I'm just going to call him Old Man McCall because he was such a cool old man. And he would get colder as he watched the game go along. So if he's watching a snowy game, he'd be like, Scotty, man, go get me another blanket. And he'd put a blanket on, and he would just get cold. This one over here, Matt, he's wanting all that cold to come our way. I am so done.
No, I don't want all the cold
I'm
to
watching
come
these
back.
games and getting
think you
cold
do.
now.
I don't know. I don't want all of it. I was just look the guy I follow on X. He's really good. It's called Mike's Weather Page. He's fantastic. He's in the state of Florida somewhere, but he's great for the Hurricanes and now
He's the Cantori on X.
Yeah, and he's really good. And he saw this thing literally 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
He saw how the models were moving
He's
around.
Italy is what you're telling me. Okay.
He's Cantori on steroids.
All right.
Although I think Cantori's already on steroids, but he's steroids on top of steroids.
That is true. All right. So we got the game to get into. Let's do that first and foremost. And I don't know how many people wanted that team to win versus that team. There were a lot of people probably rooting for somebody to lose more than somebody to win. That's kind of where Leon is at. So as a former national champion winning football player at the U, that game, it was all Ohio's. Well, first off, Notre Dame goes down and scores on their opening drive, which was impressive.
It was very beautiful. It was thing of beauty. If you're
And then Ohio State just dominated them until the end.
I kind of saw that coming. I mean, initially, because did you see the way Riley Leonard was getting up at the first drive? I mean, he was taking a pounding. And I'm saying to myself, he cannot last the whole game with that kind of pounding because Ohio State literally said to himself, okay, if you're going to run the ball, we're going to beat you. Mm-hmm. We're going to hit you. We're going to hit you on your side, your back.
He was getting up slow.
He was getting up very slow. But 18-play drive, bro, to start the game, and they were dominating that defensive front of. And I was like, this is a beautiful thing. Almost, at one particular time, his offensive line almost had me in Notre Dame's corner. Almost.
Where you could appreciate them
Yes, I could appreciate them a little bit more. But too much firepower, Ohio State. Too much firepower. But then the sense of urgency for Notre Dame to come back and make it a game late in the game, it was awesome. But I do have to say, going for that field goal might have been the dagger late in the game. In the fourth quarter. It was strange. It was strange going for that field goal. Then to miss the field goal, he swings all the momentum back to Ohio State, and then that pass to Jeremiah Smith.
Going for the field goal when your kicker's 13 to 23, I think, on the season, he hasn't been that good. Mm-hmm. And I think I was talking with Taylor Dahl about this during the crossover, and because she's a huge Notre Dame fan, obviously. I think more than anything, you're only going to get so many opportunities to get inside the red zone against that defense. That's number one. And number two, the clock's running down, man.
True.
You got to take the opportunity. Even if it's 4th and 9, you've got to try. Because how many more opportunities are you going to get? And to their credit, they made it. They got a touchdown. They got another stop. All they needed was a stop on the 3rd and long. And again, I thought Al Golden's just done a remarkable job in the last 2 years there. But it's 3rd and 12 in that situation. You can bring a blitz. I'm fine with that. You better roll coverage on top of Smith.
Of course.
You have to make sure he doesn't beat you, man.
Right.
And then if I'm Will Howard and I see Smith out there one-on-one, I'm just going to chuck it, man.
Yeah. And he'll run right underneath
Yes.
it. And by the way, he had to slow down because Will Howard's arm was not nearly it couldn't throw it as far as Jeremiah Smith could run it. But the other part of it was just go back to that field goal. And I totally get what you're saying. And Marcus Freeman is getting crushed for this. And you guys let us know in the YouTube chat or on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 if you thought, okay, first off, for them to be even in the game that late after having 28 scored on them the way it was
phenomenal.
Right,
how they came
right.
back.
So at the very least, give them a little credit for kicking and scratching and clawing and pulling themselves back in it. 4th and 9 ain't easy, okay? And so I just felt like at the very least he was trying to play the percentages.
The only reason why I say that you go for it on that particular point, 4th and 9, is because there was a gauge in the fourth quarter where I felt like Ohio State was not trying to lose instead of trying to win.
Oh, yeah.
Because Notre Dame
relaxed
defense,
a little bit, maybe?
They kind of relaxed a little bit with that. So I saw an opportunity
back, no doubt.
for Notre Dame to be aggressive. And then if they didn't get the fourth down, the touchdown or whatever, then I thought their defense would have put them in the position again to where they could, stop them and punt. And then maybe you still have those you still have that opportunity.
It was more of like a time argument.
Yeah.
They just didn't have enough time. They still would have been down 2 possessions.
Exactly. Still
if
two
they kicked the
scored.
field goal.
Right.
And it's
And
like
there's 9 minutes to go.
That's why I thought it was dumb.
Right. And I'm not even saying it wasn't dumb, but I'm just thinking in terms of, hey, at this point, I know I feel better about trying to score 13 points 2 more times with 9.5 minutes to go on the clock than I do. I have to score 4 times.
Well, it's drives. You need 3 scoring drives compared to 2 scoring drives.
And the way their offense moves,
and the way
it's not
the way they
Ohio State's offense.
the way they
you
move
could
the ball
score
the
in, like,
entire
2
game.
plays.
I get it.
You can't I keep saying that you're only going to get so many possessions down there.
Yeah.
You would have had to have scored. Either way, you're going to have to have 2 scoring drives. If you miss it, right, or even if you hit the field goal, you're still going to have 2. It doesn't matter.
I do understand that, but you have to score a touchdown, then score 2. Score a touchdown, score 2. You have to score 4 times.
Right.
I do understand.
Right, but
you've got 3 trips versus 2.
But the
I
field
totally
goal
get
doesn't
that.
eliminate 1 scoring drive that you need. That's my point.
It's just at that moment he's like, gosh, man. After everything we've done, and then the kicker misses the field goal.
Yeah.
Which was just
The hero in the
nuts.
Penn State game.
Yeah. And what was it? 34
32,
yards,
I think,
38
yeah.
yards.
I don't know what it was. It was not good.
Yeah.
No.
And so
27.
oh my gosh. And so then you're really deflated at that point. What's going through your mind at that point? If you are a lineman just lugging it up and down the field, trying to do everything you can to
I'm
stay in that
discouraged.
game.
Absolutely discouraged. I mean, that's why. I mean, listen. Even if you went for a 4th and 9, you didn't get the 4th and 9. I mean, at least the coach is saying, "Hey, listen, we entrusted you to get this done."
Right.
Well, you putting it in the hands of a field goal kicker who's been struggling all year long. We say 13 of 23.
Yeah, I think it was
It's
something
terrible.
like that,
I mean, it's still. I think all the momentum was just stolen, by missing that field goal.
Yeah.
It's I see. I look at it this way. I think Mike Denbrock called a great game. The problem is, and I was talking to a scout about this too about a week ago, is something's wrong with Riley Leonard's throwing shoulder, and there's no doubt it is because he's not throwing the ball the same way, and he can't make throws that he used to make 2 years ago at Duke. He can't. He's not the same quarterback. Like when he was at Duke 2 years ago, he was a projected first-round pick.
Well, you might.
He's not even going to get picked.
You might argue he's taken his share of hits. That's probably taken
of course.
a
Yes.
huge toll on that throwing shoulder.
He missed. Not only that, he missed. I mean, it's easy to see when you're sitting in the press box and you can see the full 24 and you can see it unfold in front of you. He missed many throws, including on the third and goal from the 9. Jeremiah Love was wide open on that little swing. No, he could have walked in. Then it would have been a 1-possession game. Then that game's on. Then
we could clobber Marcus Freeman for 4th and 9 and choosing to kick a field goal, but he wouldn't have to make that decision.
The play was there
If Riley makes the read and makes the throw, because he didn't see him, did he, Matt? He didn't see him.
No.
And so, as much as I love Riley Leonard, he's Blake Bortles 2.0 because he'd rather run than throw and all this kind of stuff. But he had some plays to be made that he just either didn't see or didn't deliver.
Or couldn't.
Yeah.
Just couldn't make them.
Listen, immediately after Notre Dame drove down on the 18-play drive, and I'm saying to myself, Ohio State, what you got to do is you got to play a 5-man front, stop the run, and make Riley Leonard beat you with his arm. That's what I was thinking the whole time. If somehow you could stop this running game and put it in his hands and make him throw the ball, I think the advantage goes Ohio State. And then for the most part, when they made that run, and they were up 21-7 going into halftime. Then took the ball over in the second half and went right down the score. I said, "Oh, this game is over. If he's got to win the game, you're going to win it."
Right after the first drive, they couldn't consistently run the ball anymore. So Ohio State just played too high and said, "All right, throw the ball," and they couldn't.
Yeah,
they couldn't.
Pretty
consistently
badass first drive though.
It was
awesome.
It was impressive. What, 9 minutes?
Yeah.
There was like
plays,
6 minutes left. After.
18 plays, 2 fourth-down conversions.
Yeah, and it's so funny because
Blue Holtz must have been just dancing.
And
somewhere.
he was so tough. Riley was.
Yeah, but like Leon said, dude, every time he got up with every play that he got up, it was slower.
It was
and
apparently he was like
body
puking
blow.
on the sideline.
he was getting hit, man.
Yeah, because
first drive. Wow.
just add up how many runs he's had this season, and I believe he was at the top of the charts. The only person in front of him, I believe, was the Army quarterback in terms of rushing touchdowns.
184 carries this year.
Yeah, so rushing touchdowns. That dude took
Almost 1,000 yards
a
rushing.
lot of punishment, a lot of hits.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a whole lot else offensively. Now, the boathouse, the outhouse, the bright house, the new house, he was awesome. He made his share of plays. When they needed him, they went to the outhouse. They went to the goal. When they needed him, they got him, and he came up big. I love watching him on the receiving end make a few of those plays. He made him some coin too.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he really is. But there just weren't enough of those. Tight end also got open, then had a drop. It just, you didn't, like you said, they took away the run game, and they made Riley Leonard figure out a way to beat him.
He's only a sophomore, by the way, Jeremiah Greathouse. So
is he? Okay, yeah, he's going to make some cake wherever he goes, or if he chooses to stay there. So let's stay.
I think the interesting thing right now, honestly, and it really doesn't have anything to do with this game, is these two teams have 5 days to hit the portal. The players in these two teams.
Yeah.
And I would not be shocked in least if Jeremiah Smith hits the portal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you if you're him? Why wouldn't you? He can name his number right now.
Yeah, he can, but they also can name his number there.
Sure. But my point is, if you're smart, if you're a player right now and you have the bargaining power that he has, why would you not say, all right, I'm going in the portal? Just to see what Ohio State, if they panic and say, all right, we'll pay you whatever you want. Or if someone like, I don't know, Miami,
you're talking
with its
dirty
new quarterback,
to me, and I kind of like it.
And a guy that likes to throw around money, we don't know how good that money is, Leon, but, we'll just
It's
but
just,
if they want to say, hey, we're going to pay you X, he lives in Miami. He grew up in Miami. He wanted to play for Miami.
That part makes sense.
That part committed to
is
Miami.
Very plausible.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting the next 5 days to see who on these two teams leaves.
Okay, so you said, how many days have 5 days?
5 days.
So I'm thinking I'm thinking after the national championship, you got at least a 48-hour emotional attached to the team that you just played for. After that,
you'd hope.
Yeah, you would hope.
It's only 48 hours?
48 hours.
Damn, that's sad. As fans hearing that, that's
all I'm telling you guys is again,
that is where we are.
Again, we are talking about
48 hours.
We are talking about not just a little bit of cash, but millions you could make.
I get it, but like we said, he could stay there. He may even have a winning bid to stay there. But
sure,
we're talking
100%.
about the Technicolor Dream Coat as far as a Letterman's jacket. These guys are in a come-and-go world. Hand me the cash. I move on.
That's what I'm saying.
Change zip codes. Forward my mail. All this stuff. I love this
why?
tweet.
Because at any point next year, he could blow out his knee, and there goes his money.
I mean, come on.
There goes his NFL money.
Okay, do you not
If he tears his ACL, he's not out of the NFL.
He's not, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's different at that point.
And are you telling me
it
that
absolutely
he
is.
was going to play for zero in Columbus?
No.
The answer is no.
No. All I'm telling you is these players these days know that you've got to get the money right now when you can get it.
This sums it up. This is the beautiful tweet.
Leon, am I right or wrong about that?
You're all right.
Well, this is people. College football fans, diehard fans.
I know
that are
you guys
used to
don't
seeing,
like it. I get
I'm
it.
just saying they're starting to tune out more and more.
Right.
on these
I understand what you're saying. I know you don't like it. I know it's not your grandpa's college football, whatever it is. You can't. We have to start looking at this through the eyes of these players.
Yeah.
I think we have.
I don't think you are. If you're acting like
I
that.
think we have.
And here's another reason why you have to assess the fact that he has to go for the money now because he's not eligible for the NFL until his third.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got
So
2
his
more
second
years to go through and could get injured.
So if
And he's going to make cake.
If you get 2 for 10 or 2 for 15.
So this sums it up for me. Okay, this is a tweet. Sam Bradshaw tweeted it out. Kansas State's quarterback throwing a touchdown to Ole Miss's running back for Ohio State, who was defending against Wake Forest's quarterback, throwing to FIU's wideout after beating Texas, led by OSU's quarterback throwing to Houston's wideout, summarizes why a lot of people care less.
Okay, great.
now.
Then don't watch it.
Yeah.
Then don't watch it.
Oh, the ratings were down.
Yeah, they were. And look, you're going to put your college football hat on, and you're going to love on it. And it's not like we didn't see a lot of great athletes last night, but honestly, we don't know who to identify with anymore on one particular football team. You don't think Jeremiah Smith could make some cake and be a legend up in Ohio State
in the words
for
of
3
the old
years?
sage Leon Searcy,
Yeah.
somebody's got to go home and cry.
Yeah, that's fine, but
If
it's
you
just
don't like it, go home and cry.
it's just that's why less and less. I'm just telling you, less and less people are going to be tuning in and enamored with the idea of this guy playing for this team. It's just it's not every 4 years or however many years you had in free agency, Leon, in the National Football League. This is every other Friday they can enjoy free agency. It's nuts.
It's unfortunate because these same people didn't have this same
It's not
passion
every other
5 years
Friday.
ago.
Come on.
They had the same passion 5 years ago
Get
was
that
the players
feeling.
weren't making doodly.
Mm-hmm.
Where was
They could still make the money. Our point is they should be under a contract like NFL players where they're actually having to
what's
stick
stopping
around.
them?
All right. What's stopping them? I'll tell you what's stopping them.
Well,
They
because
don't
there's
want-
not
they
like a
don't-
leiter of the NFL. There's
No.
not a collective bargaining agreement.
Yes,
They're not,
that's
there ain't
it.
no czar.
They
They're
don't
not
want them to be. No,
unionized.
they don't want them to be employees because if they're employees, then once you're an employee, then you can unionize. Then you can get a collect. Then you can collectively bargain. And here's the key: then you get a lot more than just $20 million a year, and that salary. Then it becomes the 49 point whatever the NFL does.
Yeah. Well,
That's why they don't want them as employees.
we will find out because they're going to have to pay at some point anyway. Look, it's just the way it is. But Jeremiah Smith is a damn good player that could be a legend up there, and probably going to say goodbye to C.
He already is a legend up there.
I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, I do. Yes, he's a legend because they won a national championship, and you can never take that away. But he may not be looked at or viewed as a Joey Galloway or some of the other guys that were there and stars with the scarlet and gray the entire time. That's all.
If Ryan Daly is he a legend? Is he an Ohio State legend?
Yeah, he will be a legend, and he's been there for a number of years. Yeah.
All right. How about Will Howard? Is he an Ohio State legend?
No, he's a Wildcat legend.
He's just a mercenary guy that
that's
came
exactly
and won a
what he
title.
is.
That's
He's
all he
a
is.
hired gun.
Dude,
Okay.
he won't be remembered like Craig Krenzer or whatever.
I mean,
the
I
hell
got
his
news
name
for
is.
you. I got news for you. Jeremiah Smith is also a hired gun.
I get that. I'm just saying, stay hired with one team. That's all.
Like you guys are acting like we don't want the pairs to be played. That's the
Right,
farthest from
Collect
us.
your millions and stay in the same
But if they've
townhouse.
outworked that deal, that 1-year deal they signed with Ohio State, if they've outworked it, why wouldn't you go to the market?
All right, let us know what you guys think. 641-1010. Now we go into the market as individuals in college football.
Yes,
world.
of course you are. Why not?
It is XL Primetime.
1010XL presents Blue Bloods, starring Frank Franchi as the commissioner.
This is a show about his Irish cop family, and I play their dad, Frank.
Frank Franchi, afternoons on 1010XL.
Start your new year off healthy and get screened at Ackerman Cancer Center with on-site imaging, including whole body MRI, PET and CT scans, and mammography. Early detection is key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new purchase from Arlington comes with their lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or at arlingtontoyota.com.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics,